In the heart of a dusty village in Ghana, nestled between cocoa farms and the hum of motorbikes, stood a crowded compound known as One Corner, One Trouble. It was a concrete block of tiny rooms, where 10 families shared a single latrine, a leaky tap, and a clothesline that sagged under the weight of everyone's laundry. This was home to Kwame and his younger brother, Kofi, two Akan boys scraping by in room 7 of a faded yellow building in Asekuma. Kwame, the elder at 28, was a wiry man with a quick tongue and a grin that could charm a snake. He worked as a motorbike mechanic, fixing Okadas under a mango tree while shouting, "If poverty was a person, I'd have fought it in court by now." Kofi, 24, was the quieter one, a recent graduate with a diploma in accounting, but his only job was polishing his CV and trekking to interviews in Accra. Their parents had passed years ago in a lorry accident, leaving the brothers to fend for themselves in a village where gossip spread faster than malaria. One humid evening, Kwame was sprawled on their shared mat, swatting at mosquitoes. "Kofi, look at this," he yelled, pointing to a red bite on his arm. "This mosquito didn't just bite me, it opened a bank account with my blood." Kofi, hunched over his CV, chuckled. "You're the one who said we shouldn't buy insect repellent. Too expensive, you said." Kwame groaned. "Blame Adam. Who told him to let mosquitoes into the Garden of Eden?" They burst into laughter, their usual way of drowning out the noise of crying babies and arguing neighbors. No matter how tough life got, the brothers found a way to laugh. Kwame spent his days under the scorching sun, fixing bikes and haggling with customers, while Kofi trudged through fruitless job hunts. One Thursday, Kofi returned to the compound, his shirt soaked with sweat, his folder of certificates looking as tired as he was. Kwame, wiping grease off his hands, glanced up. "How'd it go, bro?" Kofi sighed. "Same story. They said, we'll call you." "I'm starting to think they're calling their ancestors, not me." Kwame laughed. "You should write a book, How to Survive 50 Rejections and Still Smile." Just then, Kofi's phone buzzed. He glanced at it and grinned. Kwame raised an eyebrow. "Why's your face shining like you won the lottery?" Kofi's grin widened. "Her name's Adwa. I met her today." He explained how, after a failed interview in Accra, he dropped his folder at a trotro stop. A woman, Adwa, helped him pick it up. "She was so kind, Kwame. Her dress was sharp, her smile was clean, and her perfume, yeah, I nearly followed her without asking." They talked, and she'd given him her number, even buying him YUCHE from a nearby vendor. Kwame folded his arms. "Kofi, when last did a woman just give you free food and her number? What's her surname?" Kofi scratched his head. "I didn't ask yet." Kwame stood dramatically. "That's how it starts, my brother. Next thing, you're in her house, and she's selling your kidney in Kumasi." Kofi laughed. "It's not that deep. She just wants to hang out, maybe watch a movie." Kwame snorted. "Better be watching that movie with your eyes open, or you'll end up in a news headline." Over the next week, Adwa's texts were relentless and sweet. "You deserve better, Kofi. I want to pamper you." She sent 50 cedis for data, then 200 more for something nice to wear. Kofi was smitten, but Kwame watched like a hawk. "She's too smooth," he warned. "No woman sends money like that unless she's planning something." One evening, Kofi sat quietly, unusual for him. Kwame, tinkering with a bike chain, paused. "Why are you quiet like a thief planning a heist?" Kofi cleared his throat. "Adwa invited me to her place on Saturday. She's cooking jollof and wants me to come over." Kwame dropped his spanner. "To do what?" "Peel yam." Kofi fidgeted. "Just to chill," she said. Kwame stared at him. "Kofi, look at us. If something happens to you, who'll find you? We don't even have cousins to call. The police here will ask for my tribe before they answer." Kofi smiled nervously. That's why I'm telling you, bro. I'll share her address. You can even call me while I'm there. Kwame thought for a moment. Fine. Give me her address, phone number, and the color of her dress when you see her. If anything smells funny, I rally the whole village. Kofi laughed, but Kwame's face was dead serious. My guy, before you enter any woman's house, tell your brother, your neighbor, and maybe even the ancestors. Saturday arrived with a sticky heat that made even the goats lazy. Kofi stood before their cracked mirror, adjusting his new shirt. Do I look okay? He asked. Kwame, arms crossed, smacked. You look like someone about to be scammed if you're not careful. Kofi rolled his eyes. I've told you everything, Kwame. I'll share my location. Kwame shook his head. Location can be faked. Give me the exact address. Kofi hesitated. She only sent the estate name, Palm Grove, and said she'd meet me at the gate. Kwame's eyes narrowed. So if you go missing, I should fight the gatekeeper. Kofi grinned. Relax, I'll be fine. Kwame pulled out a notebook and scribbled Kofi's shirt color, departure time, estate name, Adua's number. He tucked it under his toolbox. If you don't call in 2 hours, I'll turn Asekuma upside down. Then Kwame had an idea. Wait. Let's do a WhatsApp audio call. Plug in your earpiece, keep it in your pocket. I just want to hear the vibes. Kofi laughed. You're too paranoid, but okay. They connected the call, and Kofi stepped out, his heart light with hope. Kwame sat in their room, phone pressed to his ear, listening to faint sounds, Kofi greeting Adua, her soft laugh, the hum of a car. You look sharp, Kofi, she said. This car's imported, just like my taste in men. Kwame rolled his eyes, muttering, God, don't let this boy fall for sweet talk. 15 minutes later, he heard a door open and Adua's voice, welcome to my place. The audio grew faint, but Kwame kept listening. Then someone knocked, Mame Sawa, their neighbor. Kwame, come taste my groundnut soup. Kwame, distracted, left the phone on the mat and stepped out, forgetting to end the call. Meanwhile, Kofi stepped into Adua's house in Palm Grove. It was pristine, tiled floors, a flat-screen TV, air freshener that screamed wealth. But it was too quiet, like a showroom, not a home. No photos, no clutter, just cold perfection. Adua smiled, her voice smooth as palm oil. Like it? Kofi nodded, scanning the room. It's nice. Very clean. She took his bag, setting it by the door. Make yourself at home, my prince. She offered a drink, fresh juice, straight from Dubai. Kofi held the glass but didn't sip, his gut whispering caution. Her smile was too fixed, her eyes too watchful. You're special, Kofi, she said, leaning closer. I knew you were different the moment I saw you. Kofi forced a smile. Thanks. What's your full name, by the way? She paused, then laughed. Too many questions, my prince. Just enjoy. Kofi's stomach knotted. He set the drink down. I should go soon. My brother's expecting me. Her smile didn't waver, but her tone sharpened. Your brother? Funny how brothers worry so much but can't do anything when it matters. Kofi froze. What's that supposed to mean? She stood, blocking the door. You're not going anywhere. From behind a cushion, she pulled a rope. Kofi's heart raced. What are you doing? He stammered, stepping back. She moved closer, silent. Kofi screamed, Kwame. Kwame. Adua laughed coldly. Scream all you want. Your brother can't hear you. But Kofi prayed the call was still on, prayed Kwame hadn't hung up. Back in room 7, Kwame returned, laughing from Mame Sawa's soup critique. He noticed his phone blinking, call timer at 1 hour 5 minutes. Curious, he lifted it and heard a chilling sound, a rope swishing, Adua's low voice, and Kofi's desperate cry, "Kwame, she's going to kill me." Kwame dropped his plate, heart pounding. He grabbed his notebook and ran, barefoot, through the compound. Neighbors shouted, "Kwame, what's wrong?" but he didn't stop. He sprinted to the village police post, a crumbling shack with 2 officers playing drafts. Barging in, he slammed his phone on the counter. "My brother's in trouble. Listen." The faint audio played, Kofi's pleas, a scraping sound, Adua's cold laugh. Kwame shouted, "She's in Palm Grove Estate. Her name's Adua. Here's her number, the gate name, everything." The officer's eyes widened at Adua. The older one muttered, "Adua Mensah. We've been tracking her for months. Suspected in missing persons cases, mostly young men, no traces." Kwame's knees buckled. "Kofi's alive. Please, move." The younger officer grabbed his radio. "Suspect at Palm Grove. Possible hostage. Back up, now." Within minutes, a pickup truck roared toward the estate, Kwame clutching his phone. The audio was faint, but he heard Kofi's voice, "Please, don't do this." A loud thud followed. Kwame prayed, "God, if you save Kofi, I never curse mosquitoes again." At Palm Grove, the truck screeched to a halt. Kwame pointed. "Flat 3, upstairs." The officers moved swiftly, kicking down the door after one unanswered knock. Kwame, held back, heard muffled shouts, then silence. An officer emerged. "He's alive." Kwame collapsed, tears streaming. They brought out Adua Mensah in handcuffs, a face blank. Kofi, wrapped in a blanket, was shaking but unharmed. Kwame hugged him tightly. "I heard you, bro." The call didn't end. Kofi sobbed, "I knew you wouldn't hang up." The next morning, Palm Grove was abuzz with police. Flat 3 was sealed, evidence bags filled with ropes, a knife, phones, and men's clothes. Kofi, in the hospital, had no major injuries, just bruises and shock. Kwame sat by his bed, holding his hand. Kofi whispered, "I thought I was gone." Kwame grinned. "God knew I'm too stubborn to let you go." Kofi asked, "How many didn't make it?" Kwame looked away. "Too many." The police found items linking Adua to other missing men. Later, Kofi said, "She seemed so kind, like an angel." Kwame shook his head. "Even the devil wears perfume, my guy." The police issued a statement, Adua Mensah, alias Sweet Adua, arrested in connection to missing persons cases. Thanks to Kwame's quick action, a victim was saved. By evening, the brothers were trending on Ghanaian Twitter, "Brother saves brother with open call." A local group offered Kofi therapy, which he accepted. The experience had changed him, he no longer trusted easy smiles or free YUCHE. Back in Asikuma, the brothers sat in room 7, laughing about mosquitoes again. A neighbor started a WhatsApp group, Brothers Watch 9/11, urging men to share dates, addresses and outfits before visits. "And carry pepper spray," one post read. "If she acts funny, season her jollof with it." Kwame and Kofi laughed, but the lesson stuck. In a world of sweet talk and shiny traps, always tell your brother.